Hey everybody, welcome back to the live stream. I'm Christopher Dahl, Blackbird CD, if you've known me from the other channels. And hey, welcome for some Space Art Live. Excellent. Welcome back to the studio. I hope you're all having a great year. And hey, let's kick off some music for the night, shall we? There we go. We're going to just start off with there. As always, let me know if the music's too loud or not loud enough. Any of the above. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good time. Hey, we've got Jean-Marc. Greetings. How you doing tonight? Hey, welcome aboard. Hey, awesome. Yeah, it's been a kind of a couple of weeks since we've been live with the holidays here. Thank you for your patience and for sticking around, of course. That's really fantastic. I'm here in the studio, and I'm a bachelor this week. Well, bachelor and then 20 cats, right? None of them are down here right now, though. If I open that door, they're going to be ready for me to feed them, and I haven't tonight just because it was a little later. Hey, Experimental Art and Sound, how you doing? Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, that was that opening. That music was it really just kind of hit a spot in my head. It was fun. I'm glad you enjoy it. I really dig that track too. It's really cool. Thank you. Yeah, so we, let's see. So 2025, awesome. Things are rolling around here. It's, last couple of weeks I've been pulling things together for the new push for 2025 and Space Art by Christopher Dahl. Of course, we're going to be continuing the live streams here, which is going to be fantastic. We'll talk a little bit about that tonight in a little bit as we get things rolling, of course. And, couple of commissions have come up. I'm on another book cover again, which is going to be great. I really dig this author, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be sharing my progress on that over on my Patreon page. So if you're interested in seeing kind of what goes on in the factory here, how we make the sausage, Space Art by Christopher Dahl, go ahead and find the Patreon page. That would be fantastic. And of course, I would really appreciate it too, because anything you can do to help keep us going and keep the lights on is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great. Yeah, so there's a couple of projects coming up that are pretty cool. I'm shooting more YouTube stuff, and we're going to be doing a little experiment with my YouTube channel this year. Nothing fancy and nothing strange. It's going to be more space art, of course, and maybe a few other things. The discussion of science fiction. I haven't gotten the podcast rolling yet, and that was something I was hoping to get on here yet. But the YouTube push has really taken a lot. Of course, the holidays kind of throw me off anyway. Anyhow, but we're doing pretty good here. And hey, I have something to show you. Hang on. For those of you that have been around for a while, look, it's my old drawing table. I am so excited that I finally have the drawing table out. I mean, it's been out. I had to put it all back together again. There were a couple of pieces missing from the move. They disassembled it, but I am very happy to finally have back my drawing table. This is really fun. Mediocre Modeler, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Watch some space art? Yes, please. Ironically, I'm a bachelor too this week, and here I am watching you. Well, cheers to all the bachelors. And hello, Stephanie, if you're watching. I hope you're having fun with Gengar and Hamlet. That's the fun time. And I hope it's not too cold wherever you are. Well, if you're in California, I hope that you're getting out of the fires. I'm wishing luck to all of those who are in California. And I'm imagining we're probably not going to see Wes or Krista tonight. And I hope they're doing well. Anyhow, so what's the push for the new year? I've realized when I was looking through all of my YouTube videos, which is something I kind of, I don't go crazy at looking at the analytics, but I do look at them. And the reality is the most popular YouTube videos I have ever posted all share a pretty common trait. These are the videos that far exceed the views of anything else that I've made by an order of like 10 times, right? And they're constantly in the top 4 or 5 lists. And some of them have been up for, one of them was up for 10 years. It's been around there for a while. And they're anything that says how to draw spaceships. How to draw spaceships, how to draw Star Trek spaceships, how to draw little snub fighters. It's the drawing stuff. So, we're going to be doing a little pen work this year. I know I didn't do a lot of it in the year of the move, mainly because, well, I didn't really have a place. I mean, yeah, I could have set up a table, sure, but I also didn't have a lot of my supplies. I had the paint supplies. Like, that's the one thing that I had managed to do a good job of keeping track of, which is my acrylic paint. So that's why you saw a lot of painting in the last year. And I've been dying to do this, and I remember we had a couple of folks asking me about it pretty regularly. So we're going to do a little sketching tonight. It's probably going to be a pretty short live stream, just to let you know. I kind of, yeah, there's a few tasks I have to do today, so it probably won't be nearly as long as I usually do. But anyway, I'm pretty excited about trying out YouTube. It means I have to kind of become a YouTube talking head. But I guess I've already been doing that anyway with the live streams, and it's only gone up. The numbers have only gone up. So apparently some people out there don't mind my voice or my face, which is incredibly Gen X beardy right now. But we're going to get there. Anyhow, it's good to see everyone. I hope you're all doing well. And if you're following along, I'm going to be running there's going to be a couple of releases. I'm kind of trying to set it up so I could do a weekly YouTube release that is in addition to the live stream. And they'll be short, mostly. But the big thing I want to work on, and I'm going to do a little work on it tonight, is let's just pop us on over here to the old table. My drawing table. Where's my... Here. I already started some sketches on it. Here we go. Here's the new push. The very first one I'm going to be working on, and I'm already started to shoot some video on it, is how to draw Star Trek spaceships. Yay! Crowd noises! Yay! So these are just some sketches. What I want to kind of do is, the minute I put anything out there that says how to draw Star Trek spaceships, it's going to probably be, subject to the whims of copyright law. That's why I want to make sure I've got the word styled in there. So we're going to do something that, probably could fit in the Star Trek universe, and just to help people understand the techniques, the drawing techniques that I have employed. Although these are pretty sketchy. Yeah. So the plan is I'm going to shoot probably about 2 hours worth of tutorial videos, right? So it's going to be a tutorial about 2 hours, multiple chapters, right? So we're probably going to be starting with some basics, pen and paper. We're going to do a little perspective. Let me push this back up. A little perspective. I can't spell for the life of me. And then I probably... The reason why I actually like the idea of doing Star Trek ships... this is how I learned how to draw. I started learning how to draw the damn Enterprise. This isn't the original Enterprise. This is the Strange New Worlds Enterprise that I'm still working on a model from. But as you can see... Oh no, Captain! The warp drive! She fell off! Yes, I know. I don't know what nationality that was for that engineer, but they haven't introduced Scotty yet, so I didn't even try Scottish. Yeah, they did. I guess they did. Where was I? Star Trek ships basically are, cylinders and tubes and boxes, right? So if you can learn how to draw a cylinder... and learn to understand what ellipses are and how to draw them, then you pretty much have, most of the Star Trek ships, in place. It's a lot of tubes, right? And then some big discs which are just short cylinders. Anyway, so we're gonna do a little bit of the what is it? The canonical shapes. What's the word for the geometric shapes? I forget. It's not canonical. The primitives. That's what I wanted. Primitives. So this is kind of going to be like the first part of it. And then we're going to get into specifically the whole process of drawing the ships. Maybe a little bit of rendering, right? I feel like I could probably do a whole separate video just on... Whoa, hello, off the page. I've forgotten where my stuff was. There we go. Hey, Jose says, like, goodbye, Nebraska, and greetings to everyone. It's 6 p.m. here and very cold. Hey, greetings. How you doing? Whoa, Nebraska. Yeah, I bet it's swinging down there, isn't it? What do you guys have there? I think we're at about 16 here in Pennsylvania. And it's cold in this basement, let me tell you. I almost had to put on another sweatshirt. It was crazy. Anyway, so I've been noodling around on this for a while, actually. Right about I kind of came up to this towards the end of last fall. So it was around November that I was really focusing on this. And then throughout the holidays, I filled up my whiteboard with basically the plan, right? So I'm, oh, sorry. Yep. I thought maybe I'd share that with you. And tonight, maybe we would just noodle around with a little drawing, you know? And hey, check this action out. Dun, da-da. Let me see if this will be seen here. Also have the markers of doom. Look at this thing. Holy smokes. Yeah, that this marker tray has been with me for a long time, but I was previously using it for what it was basically originally intended for, which were like model tools, I guess. And I don't know. I never liked it as a carrier for my model tools. I'll say that. It's much better. It's a much better carrier for markers, I think. Team meeting with Texas earlier. My contact had a winter coat. Oh man. Well, you know, Texas, they have to break all those winter coats when it gets below 60 Fahrenheit. Yeah. If it gets to about 10 Celsius, you know, they're going to be bundling up and calling in the snowplows, I'm pretty sure. So, this is also, let me just state this, my other little disclaimer. This is an entirely, yet another new setup. There's a camera right above me, and that's what's shooting this. I hope it holds up. It's kind of just hanging there, and, you know, it might slip. We'll see. I might have to rescue it. John Mark says, "What are your markers again?" Oh, hey, I have. I'll go through them, Jean Marc. This is hilarious. Okay, so the marker story goes something like this. I have a pretty good supply, right? And I kind of have all my Copic markers up here, plus a couple of off-brand. So I keep a couple of Sharpies around, yeah, just for the blacks. I have a couple of these design markers, which you probably can't find them. And this is an ancient barrel Prismacolor. Yeah, another design marker. And check these out. Oh, these are old barrel Prismacolors. Holy smokes. So I'll line them up just so I can show you. And then I've got my chart pack ad markers. I kind of have a huge selection of them. So here's where we're going to go. So I started out, I'm just going to move this. There we go. Bring it back. When I was originally in college, I started out with the chart pack, sorry, not chart pack, but the barrel Prismacolors and these ad markers. Who was this by? Oh, Eberhard Faber. I don't even know if they're still making them anymore. They certainly aren't making them in Tennessee anymore. So these were kind of like college markers. And when I say college markers, I mean that I used these very markers in college. And they've survived. At least I think I have. I haven't checked these since before the move, but before the move, when I definitely was, a couple of the live streams, I was going through all the ones that were kind of like, you know, good, bad, or indifferent, tossing them. I'm shocked at how much these have held up. So, later in my college, in college I studied industrial design. My wife Stephanie studied interior design, so we both kind of had a lot of markers. When I was getting a little further along, I moved to the chart pack ad markers. And these are my favorite. They're a little unusual for markers because they have kind of a tri-tip on them. So there's like a little, I think I can use, actually I'm going to use a different marker paper. This paper does terrible with markers, I found. So we'll find out. So with this particular marker, you can do your thin lines, right? Oh, I'm going to get a different marker to demonstrate this. Forget that. Again, hang on. Forgot something. Huh. Okay. I have a little fan behind me on my table. I'd completely forgotten to turn that on, which, if you've ever used these markers before, yeah, they're exciting. Anyway, so they have a tri-tip, which maybe I can, like, put that out there. It's going to be hard to see. So you could do either a thin line, or on the heel of it, you could do a little thicker line, and it's pretty consistent. And then if you really need to go in, you can come in and do the wide one. See, this one's kind of drying up. Do I have the right size of this paper? Kind of doesn't matter. It'll do the same thing. There we go. Nah, I don't think that's the right side. I think this is the right size. Yeah, this is the right side. So, you know, you could do some fun things. Let me see if I got a darker blue. How did I end up with all these damn blues? I think I was doing a blue project at one point. Yeah, there we go. And then crystal blue. See, I struggled with my design colors. Oh, maybe this isn't the one. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Prisma has those. Yeah, 25 years ago, we were working at a design firm and had a chance to have the whole Pantone set. Oh, that's awesome. We used to blame the fumes for your mistakes. Yeah, you know, that's a good call, actually. I'm on board with that. These ones in particular, the fumiest of the markers, I swear. Anyway, so later on, when our daughters, I should say, were kind of getting into this, the Copics were starting to become pretty popular, right? See, this one's still good. Yeah, so I have some Copics, which are okay. I swear, that doesn't feel like the right side. Huh, weird. Oh yeah, these are alcohol-based, that's right, so they do something a little different. Anyway, so I do have a selection of Copics, although I don't typically use them as much. So, yeah. Hey, Iridium, how you doing tonight? How's Michigan treating you guys this evening? Are you getting all the snow we're getting? I hope not, but it's getting cold. Anyhow, so yeah, so I've, and then I just have a little tray here. This is fun. I actually have to get a few more of these. This tray is it's actually, you know, for baking. It's like a small baking tray, and they sell them in restaurant supply stores. I've got only a couple of these, but I like them because my desk is at an angle. Cold, he says. Ha ha! Chef freezing today. Yes. No snow. Okay. Well, you know, it's all good. You're gonna stay out of it for a while, and that's a good thing. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, it's been nice. I've had the table out now for a little bit, and I've actually been squirreling away at a few things here. So let's see what we've got. So I've got sort of I'm also working on my novel. That's just terrible to say. I hate to even admit it, but I'm working on a book. And so I've been doing some design work for these. And how fun would it be to come in here and add a little color to this, maybe? So yeah, there we go. I bought you said you bought Arteza Grayscale set. Really happy with them. Oh, cool. Yeah, that, for me, almost 100% of the time, I'm using grayscales and like, I think this is the new one that I got. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty much almost always using grayscales, honestly. There's a human here. Let's see. Almost exclusively. And for me, it's almost exclusively like the low grays, like, right? The 20s, the 10, 20s, and 30s, almost exclusively. Not that that's a problem or anything. Actually, let's just... There we go. We're just going to do this. Kind of having fun with it here a little bit. Also, 6F over here. Oh, cool. Yeah, it has to be really important. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? Good to see you. My guess is, with Iridium being in Michigan, they're probably getting some similar things here going on. Yes. The Blappy is here. Greetings, sir. How you doing? Well, you know, hey. Ann Arbor area. Yeah, very close. How you doing, Dave? Good to see you tonight. Dave Irons. Hey, hello, Dave. Hey, Happy New Year from New Zealand. Well, Happy New Year to you all. Thank you. Awesome. I'd like to say thank you for introducing you to Andrew Tischler Art Channel. Oh, cool. Hey, you get to... I don't know where in New Zealand he is, but he's over there. So if you get a chance to visit him, tell him I said hi. Raul Duke, hey, we got the whole crowd here. This is great. Greetings program. 12, where Rhonda is. I think that's about where we're at too. 36 gray tones. Jean Marc says, I'm gonna write that down. Yeah, I'm gonna Arteza grays. Cool. I honestly haven't done a lot of marker rendering in a while, honestly. So I'm probably gonna run through these until they blow out. Minus 10C in Canada. Oh boy. Oh man. Over in Ontario, Sarnia. Yeah, we're getting it this year, aren't we? Holy smokes. Hey, Tasty Whale. Greetings. The calendar's arrived. Awesome. Oh my gosh. I lost, what, a day? And my humblest of apologies to Rhonda and Iridium. I cannot believe that I cross-sent your damn boxes. I am such a shit. Oh my god. I even had them marked with my secret marks. Oh my gosh. Well, for those of you that got calendars this year, thank you so much. And you two will get them shortly. Your calendar arrived to Iridium. Damn it. So anyway, my apologies. I mean, I really do want to do the best for everybody that goes to great lengths to buy things off my site. And I just, God, some days it drives me nuts. Anyway, thank you for your patience, everyone. I know it's been a crazy year. I've been struggling to try to figure out, the next steps of this whole thing. It's kind of it's been fun. Yeah, ADHD at its best, right? Exactly. Oh my gosh. So secret, even I didn't know. Yeah. I had everything lined up, right? And I'm always hopeful. Right? I'm always hopeful I'm doing the right thing. Never works that way, though. Jeez, I tell ya. All right, I'm gonna get a little different color going on in here because I kind of want some change up here. So I'm going for a warmer color for some of these. We'll just do a few of those. Oh, this one's almost dead. Ah, that's okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Absolutely, not a problem. There we go. Oh, that one really is. Oh, my light sand marker. Oh, that is finally giving up the ghost after all of these years. Da-da-da. David says, Andrew Tischler's way down on the South Island of New Zealand. Oh, okay, cool. You're at the bottom of the North Island. Okay, cool. I knew he'd moved a couple of times while in New Zealand. I just couldn't remember exactly where he last said he was, right? So, all right, that's cool. I'd love to visit New Zealand in general. New Zealand and, just kind of around. I've never been to that corner of the universe, corner of the world. Okay, I feel like I want some deep black. Oh, that's another cool gray. Fudge. Where's my black? Okay, we'll try a Copic black here, shall we? Da 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 da. There we go. I'll use this little bit here. This is the inside of a spacecraft, the Copernicus, from my story, and it is basically the inside of it is laid out like a giant cruise ship, just because in this world they realize they're going to be traveling for years, and what's the point of being stuck into like little crazy staterooms without all the fun stuff, right? So there we go. Road trip to New Zealand. We'll all be investing in chitty chitty bang bang style stuff. All right. Oh wait, I've got some more warm grays. Okay, cool. Let's try the 5. Let's see here. So I don't know if I can. Ooh, that one's aha! Almost dead. Bummer. Flappy, it's good to see you again. Thanks for coming in. Love you too, and hope to see you. Oh, that's right. You're not going to make it at Wonderfest. Sorry. Tell you what, I might do. I'd still like to do a road trip up there to see you and Stuart. So yeah, traveling for your hopefully a foosball table installed. I'll put it on the Lido deck. The Lido deck. Yes. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Da 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 da. All right, and Windows, and Windows. I haven't done this in so long, honestly. I'm kind of just slopping my way through it. My apologies, everyone. But I also didn't practice with the markers. I just pulled them out. This is probably going to be a little weird. Anyway, maybe I'll just do it the proper way so I'm not completely screwing things up. What do you think? Yeah, this paper is a little weird for markers. Jean-Marc, what are you using for marker paper, if you don't mind me asking? The stuff I used to use back in the day just doesn't exist anymore. It's really frustrating. It was a really nice paper too, actually. I'm on the prowl for what would be called like good marker paper, right? We'll figure that out soon at some point. But yes, Happy New Year, Blappy. Good to see you, pal. There we go. I feel like I've just been drawing something out of Silo, which is really weird. Probably because I've been watching that show so much. Well, I haven't watched it this week. Stephanie, I haven't watched the show. I'm waiting for you. Don't watch it without me. Yo. Anyway, I just thought I'd give this a little bit of silliness, right? Okay. Enough of that. Comedy. Da 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 da. So this is actually supposed to be like a waterfall here, and I will try to render this out properly as a waterfall at some point. But I don't know if I'm going to pull this one off. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done these. Okay. Let's get some characters in here. I'm going to go in with some black. Da, 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 da. I really had no intention of rendering this, but, you know, I feel pretty okay about this. About just kind of proceeding, right? Oh, I got the head too big. I hate drawing people. I should just draw spaceships, right? That's okay. These are just supposed to be sketchy humans, right? Just kind of some humans, you know, in and around here. Da 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 da. A few people up on the decks. There we go. Got a couple of things going on there. Yeah, people milling about down over there. In theory, I should have done this this marker part first, so like the black markers, if you will. I don't mind changing it all up. You said you had some hot press watercolor paper and some Fabriano. Okay, cool. Oh, you ordered some Ohuhu to test mostly. Laser print paper, yeah. Maybe I'd asked you about that before. I used to use Letraset had really great marker paper years ago, and they don't do it anymore. Maybe it was even Chart Pack. I'm not sure. I think this one is Chart Pack, but it's got a really weird. It doesn't absorb. It doesn't absorb the marker very well, which is probably what they designed it for, to not do that. But at the same time, I'm not a fan. I want some blending. I don't want my markers to just sort of sit there on the surface and act like, you know, what's going on, man? What are you doing? Do you really want me to do this? Yes, I want you to blend. So yeah. Also, Can-san, you're all over the place with paper. Yeah, that's cool. Makes sense to me too. All right, let's get in some foliage. Oh, this one's almost dead. No! All it's going to do is pick up the stuff that's on there. That's one of the things that drives me nuts about Copic markers. Because they're... Oh, sorry, I keep pushing this down. Because Copic markers are... the solvent in Copics has a tendency to just kind of pick up everything underneath it and melt it, which is really unfortunate. I need some green in general around here and around there and around there, probably back over there, a little bit in there. Ah, see, I shouldn't have put that gray there. Oh well. That's okay. Letraset was overpriced. Oh, it was. Yeah. But it was amazing for other stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't really know where I'm going to go with this. We're just going to try it out, right? We're just going to keep trying. All right. Have that one. Do I have a good orange? I don't. Weird. I don't have an orange to speak of. I have a banana. Okay, chrome orange. Aha! Chrome orange. You will work for me. Yes, of course you will. Aha! Do some orange there. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of throwing stuff in. I hope this will work, but I'm not really sure if it will. We'll see. It'll be a nice fun scene, right? All right. Ah, evergreen. Copics are too expensive and did not click right, or the cap cracks and they ended up drying. Yeah, I don't understand, honestly, why Copics were so damn popular, other than, you know, it's just trendy, right? I've used a lot of markers in my time. I'm gonna sound old. I've used a lot of markers in my time, but and I just don't like them. I've tried many times to like them, and it just doesn't. I just don't. I feel like I've given them everything. From your point of view, you seem to know exactly where you're going. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, cool. I'm making it all up as I go, as usual. But the thing about markers, it reminds me of a little bit of watercolor. Like, you have to just kind of start with white, and, you know, don't render yourself into a corner like I've done. Like, I can't come back here and add white to anything unless I break out a like a white, what do you call it, Prismacolor pencil thing, right? Colored pencil, that's what I was trying to say. Haha, he can be taught. Yes. I wanted to get some ivy down here too. Like there's plants growing everywhere in this. So this is like an open atrium, and let's see how I can. I'm thinking viney stuff. So yeah. I think the only came as a more affordable option from Pantone, but still now the game has changed so much. Way more. Yeah, you know, that's the kick. I think I found once I started painting, I found my desire to use markers has dried up. Haha, no. it kind of has. Just because as much as I like markers for their convenience, I find rendering with them kind of annoying sometimes. Just because I don't do it. Maybe it's just because I don't do it enough. No, markers are great if you're just doing this kind of stuff. But, you know, trying to kind of do a whole scene with them is a little annoying. We'll see. Okay. Gray number 7. Oh, darker one than that. Hey, let's see if this blue-gray works. Kinda does, but it's not dark enough. Olive green. Ah, cool. All right, we're gonna do that. We're going to add just a little extra tone of olive green in here with an old, with a 25, 30-year-old Barrett. Oh, God, wait a second. I graduated in 96? Yeah, actually, I think this is more than a 30-year-old marker right here. Hilarious. All right, let's get some of these in here. I'm using 3 different greens. So I have this kind of like olive color. And this one, yeah, this is... And then whatever that evergreen that I was trying to use. I don't really think these are going to work as well together now that I think about it. Yeah, there we go. We're getting there. Back when you and I were a kid or starting, the choice was from only some companies. All good unless you were working for a firm with their discounts. Yep. I remember going to... Was it Prince Corporation? Prince Corporation over in South Haven. I think they were South Haven or Grand Haven in Michigan. Prince Corporation used to do a lot of automotive interior components, so they actually had a staff of industrial designers. In fact, one of them was one of our rendering instructors at the college I went to. And I remember touring. We got a tour of their studio, the model shop, the design studio, and they just had they had custom built drawers, like 80 of them that you would just pull out, and it was just all one color, and they were all these, by the way. They were all ad markers. So it was crazy. Lucky me, you came from a family uncle of artists. Oh, cool, you get all their leftovers. That's the way to do it, right? That's totally the way to go. Yeah, unfortunately for us, Stephanie and I, we were broke college students, and I remember that first quarter of every semester in the design classes. Oh, I just ate my black. Go out and go broke buying your damn markers. Although, I will say, compared to the film... I also studied film production before industrial design. And in film production, you had to buy your own 16mm film and process it. Which, a lot of people are like, hey, that's kind of fun. And it is. It was also really... it was an expense that I never dreamed, right? Like, I was absolutely not prepared for that. I always felt kind of embarrassed because it was really it's pricey. Anyway, and that's fine. We figured it out. We shot some movie film. We shot some movies, but in terms of like as a student buying shit for classes, 16mm processing. It was a little nuts. So yeah. All right. Well, this kind of ended up being a little less than I'd hoped, but there we go. We'll just do some things like that. This is supposed to be a waterfall. What do I do for a waterfall? I think blue is way cliche, but I'm going to do it anyway. What one's this? Smoky blue. Well, it's going to be smoky anyway because I have pen on here, so... Yeah. I'm calling this one not successful, but was a lot of fun to get my mind going. Yep, beautiful wood furniture with thin drawers for storing flat plans. Had all those little storage units, all the pens, pencils. That was fun. Thank you, I appreciate it. I don't think I'm gonna marker this one up, but this was another view I had of the same scene. Oh man, let me get this one out of here. Da-da-da. So you can actually see it. So this would be a view basic. Whoa, come on in here. All right, I'm gonna get rid of my face in it. Got my microphone. Oh, my head. There we go. So this is again another pen drawing. This would be as if you're inside the living area. Like behind us would be multiple stacks, 12 stories high of basically rooms, right? Where everyone lives. And then there's about four to six levels where plants would be kind of coming up here because it's basically like an atrium. little bit of water and everything. And then this section under here leads out of the habitation area to a module way out front. And then this has windows that stretch about 14 stories tall, made of whatever, probably transparent aluminum or something. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so this is a fun one. Approaching a planet, passing a moon of the planet, that kind of thing. I've had a lot of fun with doing this stuff. But yeah. Boom, boom. And what am I using for this one? This is I think this is Bien Fang. Yeah, Bien Fang marker paper. This holds up okay, but I'll fire up a new drawing with it just for fun, right? How many of these do I have left? I got a bunch. Okay. I always kind of keep a trash page that I sort of throw in behind the page just to, I don't know, it's just kind of my practice. All right. We'll work on this and see what I can pull off with, just to have some fun. Keep some of these handy. All right. So, Star Trek ships. This I haven't finished the model yet. As you can see, I just wanted to bring it out for a prop. Okay, coming up here. Sorry, grabbing some water. All right. So I kind of want to go... I'm just going to... I'm finding that if I give myself a few marks on the page, it prevents me from going absolutely off. Although this one needs to be more like there. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, face is gone. There we go. So the goal here, I'm going to try to whip out a Star Trek-styled ship that isn't really Star Trek. Haha, let's do this. I'm fond of... I find that when I'm trying to... And I'm going to just do this. I kind of like the underside shot. I kind of like the action shot. Anything you shoot from above makes these ships look small. Although that's a good one. This is a... Sorry, playing with my toys here. That's not a bad angle either. This is why it's great to get models of whatever you're going to want to work with, because, you could do this with Blender if you've got it and you've got a good model. You can pose a ship any position you want to, set it up, take a photo, whatever, and then you've got some pretty nice reference. Although if I don't have this one aligned, it's really going to look terrible. Anyway, so I enjoy having some kind of reference to work from. But I'm not going to draw that ship. Let's just get into it. I'm just going to start right off with the saucer area. And when you carve an ellipse, what you want to do, I really should have done this first. Establish your center line and... Oh, gotta get these out of the way. Hold on. I'm a pretty kinetic drawer, so I do like having my arm free to do wide motion. It's a toy! It's an art reference! It's both! So, ellipses are a pain. I'm not gonna lie. I always end up kind of like redrawing them so many times that you get a lot of lines in here. And that's just working this up. I'll get it to a point, and if it's too messy, I'll use this as an underlay and just redraw it with pens and stuff. All right, let's get this let's give this a bridge. So if this is the level of the main section, let's get a nice... I'm kind of going to do something funky here. Let's get the same ellipse in perspective. And, oh gosh, this is pretty... Okay, so for this kind of ship shape, haha! Sometimes I'll do this. I'll go off to a side view and sort of figure out... I want a dome, right? I want kind of a dome. And then if I did the underside, I would give it a trough like a mid-century modern lamp, right? And put all the cool shit in here, windows and what have you, and then Out of the bottom, I'd have some sensors. Kind of like the Close Encounters ship. Hey, Jinja, how you doing? Happy New Year! Hope all is well for all of you. Excellent. Yeah, kind of like this. Okay, I'll come back to that. So let's give this top dome. Actually, let's shore up our saucer of this. The basic premise of any Star Trek ship, a saucer with some tubes, right? I mean, that's really what we're going to do. We're going to do a saucer with some tubes. And of course, when I do this for the tutorial that I'm going to offer on my store, I will not be just blabbering away like this. I'll actually kind of like, work through it and script it just fine. There we go. Da-da-da. And then we'll add the little sensor pod off the bottom. So I love the details you would see like in Star Trek 3 on the space dock, which they've used many times, where it just kind of gives it that sense of scale. We're going to give this a little dome, if you will, with a little undercut under it. It's cold here, Jinja, let me tell ya. We're banging at about 10, 11 degrees Fahrenheit here. There we go. Oh, I'm up higher. There we go. So then, because it's a Star Trek ship, you got to have your little crazy neck connector thing. And we'll put some kind of pod under here. Yeah, it's going to be like an Enterprise, but not the Enterprise. Sometimes I attach the warp drive pods to the back up there, but we'll have fun with that. It's a very unusual design. This isn't exactly Star Trek. It's Star Trek Light. I think you'd see more of this top, what you would see. There we go. So let's just really see, this would be coming in back about here. I'm kind of going to swing it out this way, is what I'm going to do. And these are just my perspective lines. What I'm going to do is bring this, so if this was underneath here, it'd be about right there, going on into the middle, and then it would head down, and then we'd catch it right there. Okay, cool. All right. So now what we need to do is establish where this middle pod is going to be. This is going to be my center line for it. We're going to do the top. We're going to do the bottom. That's too big. Now, let's make it smaller. Let's make it only about that size. Okay. I'm trying to give it some different shapes here so it's not just straight cylinder, right? But once you get a form that kind of works, then you can kind of come in and add in all your details. So we're going to do that. We're going to... Oops, sorry. I keep getting it off center. I think my camera might be slowly moving. Anyway, so I'm leaving it messy, and that's perfectly fine. That's, an important thing. And instead of a cylinder, it looks like I've got kind of like a rounded corner rectangle with a side detail. I've got mid-century modern stuff in my head, so there we go. Okay. And since we're going to be let's break it off. Instead of doing two stalks out either side, let's make this let's give this, it has to come in this way, there we go, this way like that, there we go. I'm just kind of throwing out perspective, by the way, in a strange way. I don't really know. I'm not paying close attention to it. Okay, bring that up to about there. So I'm going to give this a stalk of some kind. This may be a terrible design. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to plot where things are going. And then we'll break this off into a we'll do kind of a dual outrigger shape here. So this thing splits into kind of a cross with a thing on it, and then we'll get okay, now we kind of get the pods. There we go. The warp The drives! The drives! And I'm just gonna throw in a cylinder there. Bring that across to about... There we go, about there. There we go. Hey, look, I went off the page. Look at that. See? These little marks? Useless. Doot, doot. Oh, well. Wes, good to see you. Hey. And David. Oh, yeah, I saw David earlier. Oh, yeah. Long day. Are you evacuated, or are you just kind of not in a zone yet where it's a problem? I saw your note earlier. Anyway, we were all thinking of you two. I'm trying to Star Trek the shit out of this ship, and of course it went off the page, which is probably good that it's practice. Oh no. That's all right. Anyway, it's just going to be for fun anyhow, right? That's all. So now you can kind of come in here and start getting some cool stuff going on. Maybe clean up what this thing is. Maybe this is it does kind of like an opposite version of the Enterprise D neck of some kind. Boop. There we go. This is a terrible design, folks. I am not, like, I would probably completely start over off of this, and I absolutely will not use this one for the... That's okay. Giving it some details anyway. Let's give it some windows across the side here. And it's important that you follow these along, and then, of course, up here we're going to have some, but, yeah, anyway. Oh, this one's terrible. I'm actually embarrassed. Hang on here, folks. I'm going to go with something. There we go. Just have this tail sticking out at weird angles. I've turned it into a 5-cent 5-cent a ride thing. Like if you went to a Myers Thrifty Acres when you were younger, and they would have horses. So what you do is you put your kid here, and then it just like rocks back and forth across this thing with a gigantic motor in here, and yeah, it's a ride. Yeah. That's what I turned it into. Anyhow. All right. Hey, let's give it some fun, shall we? That's warm green. I don't want that. Back here. Cool gray number 1. That's all right. It's okay. I got to a point and I'm like, nope, ain't doing it. Not happening. Oh, wrong one. There's one. Ba-ba-da. Just gonna kind of give this some fun in the sun. All right, let's do this properly, shall we? I would have been all over that thing too. Those horses were for the birds, man. Oh, this is supposed to be my newer cool gray that I just bought, and it's not even cool, and it's probably not the right one. So what I try to do then is just sort of fill in a few bits so you get you get a sense of light, shadow, darkness, that sort of thing. I like working lighter to dark, but that's just me. And then our dark ones go. Yeah, for all the good this thing is. Yeah, black. There we are. Cool. Let's get some black in there. Get a little bit in there. There we go. A little bit under this. A little bit there. Dut, 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 dut. There we go. All right. Walk away for 5 minutes and turn it into Korra. Yeah. That's all right. I'd hoped for a cool Star Trek ship, and my brain said otherwise. Anyway, no. Honestly, I didn't know what I was going to even do tonight. That's kind of how my brain is. So I appreciate you all hanging out here for the fun, because I'm just making this up as I go. I just found that I didn't like my ship. And, you know, with good reason, right? This is a terrible design. What are you talking about? No, I could work with this. I just didn't, you know. Anyway, I'll stop making it. I just felt nice just to get the pens moving, right? So this is a case of, you know, make if you're given lemons, or if you draw lemons, just make lemonade. That's all. There we go. It's never perfect. Yeah. There we go. It is kind of funny, though. Yay. Sir, we're here because, well, you do this and this is what we like. Okay. I appreciate it. Wait, hold on. There we go. Okay, if you show up sometime when I'm at a convention, I may have a few of these to purchase. I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, I'd write it too, David. Seriously. I know, not as much of a serious night here. And actually, I think I mentioned earlier, I'm probably only going to go about an hour, so I'm probably going to wrap it up in the next 5 or 10 minutes here. I want to thank everyone that did drop by, and just a little recap, what we're working on. Where'd I put it? For those of you that showed up a little bit later, I am in the process of shooting a how to draw Star Trek spaceships tutorial. This will be available on my website, and you'll be seeing bits of this as we go. If you're on Patreon, I'm probably going to start sharing a few things unprotected just to get people interested. So at least follow along. You'll be able to see a few things. But this is what I'm going to be working on for the next couple of weeks, and I'm hoping to get it finished shooting. And I will definitely share with you the proper ship. I won't be drawing this. There we go. So that's pretty cool. Also, a quick note. I'm walking away from Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, and it bugs me to do that. I've been on Facebook since about, God, it's probably been about 20 years now. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done with it. I'm kind of done with it. And it's something that's been coming for a long time. So if you're following me on Facebook, I'm also on Blue Sky. I'll be posting that. But really here on YouTube, this, I must move this over here. This, let me move this on over. There we go. Here we are. I feel like I've got to move everything to YouTube. In terms of the social media stuff, right? So one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I need to do more for YouTube anyway. The numbers make sense, right? Oh, just had a gorgeous DC-10 fireplane pass over. Oh my gosh, I forgot they're flying DC-10s for those. Did it drop an engine on your house? No, that's mean. I won't do that. That's really mean. Well, that fire's scary as shit. The footage coming out of it is frightening. So I'm glad that you're in a safe place, right? Yeah. Thank you, Jean-Marc. As I was looking at, well, really everything, right? Yeah, Chris, I dumped all my social media but YouTube. Especially because Meta kowtowing to, yeah, and that's without getting too far into the politics here on this platform. I will. I'm not fond of what they've been doing for a long time. For me, as an artist, it dropped Foscheck on. Oh, gotcha. The thing that really got me, fact checking on Facebook, it's garbage anyway. Over the last few years, you don't see any of what your friends post anymore. The algorithm is terrible, and they're shoving nothing but ads and now AI bots. I know they've been scraping for AI data, so, if I were really bugged about that, I would have pulled out before January 1st when they changed their terms of service. But I went through Twitter when it went through its implosion, and it was garbage and a waste of time. I'm not going to do that with Facebook, so I'm just going to step away. I don't know if I'm going to delete the account, but I'm basically going to be posting on our Discord. So if you have not joined the Discord, let me pull that up real quick. I forgot about that one. If you're not on the Discord yet, I want to post more there for one, and be better about it. I haven't been posting anything anywhere. It's just been it's just been that kind of year, right? But everything's going to be kind of going through YouTube, my Discord, and I think the only other place really, I'll be on Blue Sky a little bit, but we'll see. I think I'm just going to kind of step away. There's a link to the Discord. Please, feel free to join up. I'll be probably using my Discord channel a lot more over the next few years. You see, you dumped in 2019, never Twittered, only Instagram, but the ads and disgusting AI pushing was more than you could stand anymore. Yeah, that was the one thing for me. And I'm going to miss seeing updates, what few that I could actually still see from people that I genuinely enjoyed following and talking to. That part kind of sucks. Because I have a pretty robust community of people that follow me on Facebook, and I have for a long time. And it's a combination from all walks of life. I don't think we're going to see anything that is that wide of an audience going forward. I could be wrong, but anyway. So if you're looking to follow what I'm doing, these are the places to go: YouTube and my Discord. Occasionally, yeah, like you, yeah, exactly. There you go. Yep, full steam ahead. I have so much to do that I want to do that I'm actually struggling even just keeping up with planning it. So that's going to bring me to the live stream. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with the live stream schedule. I know I went back to Wednesday. What I'm going to do with it for every month. And it's been a couple of weeks. There's a very good chance I'm going to move some of the live streams to Patreon only. Kind of like what my friends Rafi and Klee did. Only because I feel like if you're paying for Patreon, I kind of feel like I need to give you a different experience than just kind of just out in the wild like this. So, yeah. Please don't feel bad if I stop doing, like, weekly public live streams. I find that the live streams, I love doing them, and I love sitting here with all of you. I will absolutely keep doing the live streams. I'm just not sure how many of the live streams I'm going to spend painting end to end as much anymore, like maybe fewer times. Because really, let me show you this. I am surrounded by, I mean, you know, that's just one wall, right? And you know, this is, you go with that. I've got more over here. I have stacks. I kind of have stacks of my live stream paintings, and I don't know. I'd price them actually way below what the sizes of those paintings normally would be for like that sort of thing. And I'm not griping, but I am accumulating a lot of live stream paintings that don't seem to be finding homes. So either I have to do better paintings on the live streams, which is one of the reasons why I went smaller, or don't do quite as many. We'll see. Patreon personal messages. Yep. Oh, thank you, Jean-Marc. You know, I'm on now, and I'm not gonna. If you're welcome to seek me out, I'm not gonna force anyone to drop $5 a month to follow my things, since I've done very poorly on updating. That's also on my New Year's resolution. I've got 4 videos that are in process right now that I'm absolutely going to post to Patreon before I post them live to YouTube. I did it already. Oh my god. Let's see. We've got Why Space Art is one of them. Somebody came to me and asked, why do Gen X science fiction fans, male Gen X science fiction fans, only have one female author on their shelves, and it's Ursula K. Le Guin. Yeah. Personal massages. Oh my god, yes. Patreon personal massages. Yes, if you come to my house, I will give you all a personal massage. I also have cat therapy massage, where you can actually run 20 cats. It would be like, wait, I could do acupuncture out of here, right? You know, cats and claws. Here you come. I set one person up at the other end of the room with a bunch of cat treats or churros, and then you just kind of lay down, and the 20 cats will race over you, and you'll be bleeding before you know it. No. John Mark says, I should have my new drafting area set up in the next month. Oh, cool. Hey, that's awesome. Very cool. So, new drafting area. That's so cool. Yeah, I honestly, it was fun having the table back. I missed my table, my drawing table. Oh my gosh. This darn thing has so much paint on it from the live streams even. There we go. I mean, look at this board. This is crazy. This thing is like when I started the live stream, everyone, I actually had like basically this was all wood, right? So I'm not stopping I'm not going to stop painting on the live streams, but I'm probably going to adjust what I paint and how I paint it a little bit. I know I've gotten relaxed. Sometimes I took it a little lightly, which is usually because I was either just exhausted and struggling to just show up. That was most of the last year, was struggling just to show up, and I think I've cracked through that part. Thank you. Thank you all for your patience, too. It was a weird year. The move year was very strange, and I expected it to be a lot less so and a lot less taxing, but it was a lot. Not gonna lie. But I'm now very excited to be here. Wait, the table means models are coming back. Oh, yes. Yeah, I didn't even mention the models. Forgive me about that. Yes. I do want to still... in fact, oh my gosh. One of the videos that I'm shooting is this stuff. This is a... Oh my gosh. I recently got in contact with a good friend of mine that I went to college with, and I haven't talked to him in probably 15 years, I think. I forget how many years that was. I built this model in college when I was sitting on our dining room table. This is the Enterprise D. It's really bright from the light. Sorry. I'm in the process of repainting everything. So this is my test pattern, if you will. I'm just hand painting the grid. I don't really care about masks or any of that kind of stuff. This model's got a very good surface for it. Anyway, so I've been shooting video of me working on this, and oh yeah, I forgot. I've got holes on here because this whole section was deformed, So I basically heat gunned this. I put in some screw holes and pulled the whole thing up. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. This was really flat on this side, and it always bugged me. Anyway, so models for sure. And yeah, models. I still want to do the podcast, although I haven't hooked up with my pal Andrew to get that ball rolling yet. So many things popped up that I'm sort of, yeah, I'm the worst planner. The only reason I get anything done is because Stephanie's a good planner and she, just kind of by request. In a move, furniture gets there first and the brain gets there 3 months later. Seriously. We really screwed up our move. First, we took about a year and a half. All of our shit was in Michigan. We got to the house and then put the stuff in. No, that's all right. It was very weird. So yes, Rhonda, there will be more. In fact, where's the other model? Oh, hang on. I got to show you this. Where did my head go? Da, 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 da. All right. Let's see if I can turn this to a point where yeah, there we go. And then I'll do this. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Diva Pavo Laguna. Oh man, that's really bright. Where's my light thing? Here we go. Let me turn this down. There we go. Yeah, I've got this gorgeous resin casting of of the Diva from The Fifth Element. Yeah, Jean-Marc, exactly. I've been dying to finish this lady up for a very long time, and I have all the paints that I need for this. Oh, this is a favorite of ours. I adore this movie so much. I don't know. Fifth Element is great. I really want to get a Mondoshowan. The big guys. Adam Savage just had a YouTube video where he actually visits somebody at the prop store that has one of the original Mondoshowan suits. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I definitely need to get one of those in there. See, it's funny. In my models, I actually have some different things. It's not all Star Trek ships, right? I would love to have a corner just for Fifth Element stuff. I have a bunch of models from the Alien movies. That would be great. And of course, Space 1999, Galactica, the Star Trek stuff. I almost gave up on models, honestly. I was really about this close from just selling them all and saying, forget it. You saw the video of Mr. Savage. Yeah, that was so cool. I can't believe the Mondoshoans were basically a fabric, like neoprene. That was so cool. I really expected them to be like fiberglass. Maybe there's some underneath it. I don't know. Yeah, that's really fun. So Mondoshoans, I would love to get some Mondoshoans in. Yeah. And I do like Luc Besson quite a bit. So I definitely want to paint her. This one's God, I've had this. I keep buying models and then they end up just collecting dust sitting in a box. So some of this is my push to see how many of these damn things I can get finished and displayed before I croak. Ski boots, right? Yeah. Right. Forgot about that. Yeah, but it's whatever works, right? Yeah. So we will be back to the models again. Yeah. If not, you're not going to be seeing less of me in the next year. I don't want that to come off. It's just the live stream portion I may adjust so that I can do all of the other things. I feel like I have a slight chance of garnering a pretty respectable following if I follow a few things. But I don't want to simply create stuff because that's what people like. No. For artists and creative types, that's a terrible trap to get into. I will be creating the stuff that I want to create for sure. And what's the one thing I haven't mentioned? Big paintings. I have a commission for a very nice size painting that dropped on me very kindly. I want to thank the patron for that. I really appreciate it. It arrived at a very good time. We We could use a few more commissions in this studio. I'll be honest with you. And if anyone wants any of these, please feel free. Bigger paintings. You know, I did a few larger paintings before the move, but I need bigger painting. I need some A-list paintings, right? That's what I need. I need some of those like masterpiece size A-list paintings. Building to you croak is every model builder's mantra, right? Exactly. It's sad, but people that die with big collections, whether it's toys, models, or what have you, it's a terrible thing to do to your children. At least by culling, we had to get rid of a lot of stuff for the move, and it was something we had to do anyway. I feel like I have a manageable stack. Like right now, all the models could be taken out in barely an afternoon. Most of them are still in big boxes anyway, so ship them all out, give them to Steve Iverson, because, you know, he's going to be handling everybody else's dead model collection in the next 20 years. Love you, Steve. Hope you're watching. Yeah. So we're going to be doing more models. Do I share the thing that I want to do that's absolutely fucking nuts, and I don't even know if I should be thinking about it? I don't know. I have a lot of tools at my disposal right now for the live stream. Microphones, cameras. I'll move this back over. Microphones, cameras, lights, editing software. I want to do movies. I want to do movies and animations in a big way, and you've already seen it with my intro, right? So yeah. I need to dive into my brain. I need to revert myself back to the days when I was studying filmmaking. And I stopped back in late 80s, early 90s. I stopped and went a different direction. There were reasons for that, but I never lost the desire. And now when I see the tools I have at my disposal here in the studio, it's kind of killing me. They're all staring back at me and going like, all right, you gonna do it today? You gonna start now? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jean-Marc. I appreciate it. The intro, I want, there's more sketches to that intro, so I can probably, that's going to be something in alters. I had so much fun putting together that intro. And the intro was aside from giving myself an intro, it was an end-to-end test of 3D software, Blender, DaVinci Resolve for all the editing, color, sound, audio. I recorded audio. I did all of the, like, my own voiceover stuff, which doesn't really show up much in the intro, but on my YouTube channel where the intro leads into an episode, a short sketch, I did all that, and it worked out pretty well. It's a lot. It's a one-man show to put this stuff together, but I want to do more. I want to do more of it. The only way I could do more is if I get a lot of Patreons and a lot of people on YouTube. Anyway, it'll be curious to see what I get through this year. I know this is just kind of, I feel like this 2025 is kind of going to be my ramping up year. And I think this will all look a lot different this time next year. That sounds wicked exciting. I look forward to it. Thank you. And yeah, Jinja, it's pretty funny. You've met some of the people in the Oil City area. There's been some talking going on in the Oil City area of some fun things that I absolutely will not reveal right now. Yeah, drop me an instant message on Discord. I'll let any of you know. Oh, what the heck? It's only about 15 people on here. No, there's a good friend of ours in our circle of the rogues, if you will, the rogue artists, and a couple of them are very good at creating puppets. Muppet. Oh, you did. She did. Okay. So, in a moment of realization, as I was meeting people And I'm going, wait a second. We have one person that does this, one person that does this, one person that does this, one person that does this. Holy shit! And then Cassie, who is the puppet Muppeteer, Cassie Rhodes. We started shooting the shit about a few ideas, and what can you do with that? And I think that it's gonna be bonkers. That's gonna be something that you won't, you'll expect it. For any of you that know me, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Chris did that. Chris worked on that, I should say. Yeah, I absolutely will never say I did it, because this is definitely gonna be a monster team effort, and everyone's gonna be. It's probably, if it takes off, it's gonna eat our lives. Let's put it that way. Eating our lives in a good way. Yeah. John Mark says, look, you talking about it, how happy you get. Sir, you have to do. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's hard for me to put into words, honestly. I started the space art thing when I was stuck in an office job. And I remember talking to friends that I considered good counsel at the time, saying, here's kind of where I want to go with this. And none of this ever came up. And I remember one of the pieces of advice is, you just got to sort of put one piece together at a time. And this is somebody who actually had a fine art degree and had gone down the fine art line, but had walked away kind of like I did, and was, at the time, another user experience designer. Yeah, great creative minds make great lemonade. Exactly. Sweet Lord, you have a whole crew at hand. It'll be so fun. I know. That's pop. Oh yeah. This is Pavel Aguda. Yeah. Here, let me put it. Yes, it is. I forget the name of the artist. The garage kit make. Oh, I could picture his face. Gosh darn it. I've met the guy so many times over the last few years, and it's just my old age. Yes, this is a resin figure. She's got the hands. They're in a box, and all the stalks are the stalks are resin. Hey, I can get those. Hang on. So yeah. So she's got like tubes that come out of her head that bend down. If you remember, there's just a bunch of them in the show, and they give you resin tubes. It's a resin stick. So yeah, it's gonna be like donk. And then hair dryer or heat gun to bend it, hopefully. Yes, Pablo Laguna. One of the models we're going to be looking at here. Yes. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Wes. Yeah, the Manda Showan costume. I've got to find a Manda Showan. I think there's some 3D printable ones on like Gambody or something. But yeah, there's a resin kit. There are a couple of resin kits out there, the Manda Showans, that are pretty good times. So I need a Manda Showan. Obviously, I'm going to have to fabricate some of the stones, because you've got to have stones in your Fifth Element collection, right? and actually, I would love to do the Manda Showan ship. That thing is just crazy looking. I loved it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. You use Copic. Nanu's here. Hey, use Copic, you child. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, Nanu. No, I like them a lot. I was using kind of like all the ones that I have, and I really bagged on Copic just for a couple of reasons. I like them. I have some. They're just not my favorite, but that's okay. Yeah. No stones, no crates. What am I gonna do with an empty crate? So yeah, we and big models. That's another. I had some huge models I didn't even bother trying to build because I had no place to put them, and now I do. Hear me out, people. Let me just pan you over here to this wall. Hey, Apisax Happy Plays 07. Thank you, Mr. Doll. Finally caught up with a live stream. How you doing? Good to see you. So this wall over here that you see, it's covered with paint. I know. Forget the junk. Don't look at the junk on my table. There's too much junk on my table. I'm in the middle of projects. But all of those paintings on the wall, I mean, I'm kind of thinking, why not like do Why not do a wall of Star Trek ships? You know, just ship, 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 ship. So I think that's going to be, I think that's going to end up being my spaceship wall. Kind of like, you know, the ready room, or not the ready room, whatever the briefing room is, meeting room that they had, the conference room in Next Generation, they had all the ships on the wall. I'm going to do that. Mediocre Model says there's a 3D file for the stones on CG Trader. Oh my gosh, cool. Do you need to 3D print the stones? They seem pretty simple. Cool. Hey, do it good, Nanu. Thank you for stopping by. And Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to everybody else. I hope 2025 is going to be great. How do you pronounce it? Happy Sacks, Happy Place? Is that what it goes? Thank you. Happy Sacks, Happy Place. I like it. Yeah, I know it was a little bit of a lighter night today. I just wanted to get out in front of everyone and say hi, because I've been a couple of weeks, and we just did a couple of little drawings that were absolutely terrible. But you know, some nights you're on, some nights you're off. I'm not sure. What happened to my music? What happened to my music? That's it. It just said no. It's not going to do anything. Oh my gosh. Well, how much music is this? An hour and 22 minutes? Okay, that's probably why. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, with all the drama, I got to go see La Canada Parade float co-built by JPL. Awesome. La Canada. Need to post some photos, please. That would be awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I do hope you guys do well. I missed your answer if you said if you were still here, or if you are still at your house, or if you were running away. Forgive me. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Anyhow, yeah. So let me just pop this back on, because I know, at least for me, I like having something in the background. There we go. So yeah, I don't know if the animations and movies will happen this year, but I want to get rolling with it. La Canada. Ah, gotcha. Following. But we're going to be getting some legwork on it. I have to test. I've got 3 different ways to do cell animation, like cartoon animation, right? Yes, you need to print them or know someone with a 3D printer. Yes. Oh, yeah, Mediocre Model. Yeah, I understood that they're available to 3D print, but when I think about, you know, the Fifth Element, the stones, they're what? They're three-sided. They're three-sided shapes, right, or something. I kind of feel like I just want to sit down with some basic materials and knock together some facsimile ones. I don't need to be too crazy. Yeah, still home. The air crews did some serious work, and the winds have died down. Okay, cool. You're still home, fortunately. Okay. Car is ready to roll, just in case. Yes. I do have, actually, a small 3D printer. What do I have? I have the Frozen Mini 4K that my good friend Joe Graziano, who goes by Faust, basically donated to me before the move. Yeah, Magic Sculpt. Yeah, basically. I just kind of figured, instead of printing them, I would probably just, I might even do foam core cores, and then, like you say, Magic Sculpt or something, or heck, even like a Sculpey clay or something. That'd be fine. Could you do small models attached 3 inches in front of those paintings? Kind of. Yes, I can. In fact, models built by me, of course. Yeah. Actually, let me go grab a model. I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. Hang on. Hold tight. Ron Dimension models. Hope you don't regret it. All right. Ah! Just thought I'd break my models too now that I'm at it. All right. The Diva! But you need to make sure you can open the stone. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You need to make sure you open the stones. All right. Bye, sweetie. All right, there we go. Oh, it's dirty. It's dusty. I got to get some batteries for this too. Hang on. Let me just get this thing back on. What happened to the front? Oh no, it's dead. Oh, see, I'm just gonna get annoyed now. Oh gosh, where's that thing? Okay, cool. There we are. Okay. What do we want? There's actually fiber optics in this, and I have to find some batteries because there's little stars that that go. What does this one take anyway? I'll find out later. Okay, so, ta-da! Half outlet coming out of those paintings. Yeah. So, it wasn't bad, Ron. I promise. Ta-da! Try docking this. So I'm kind of thinking this is I built this for Wonderfest one year. This is a small model of what they used to call the Leif Erikson Galactic Cruiser UFO mystery ship or something. And what I wanted to do with this, when the original model of this came out, it was released as a Star Trek ship, even though it never was in Star Trek. It was just weird. They just wanted to do a money play. The box for the model had this planet on it, and it had this planet on it. Sorry. The model had this planet on it, and there were stars, and the ship was kind of like sitting like this. So the reason I'm bringing this out is that it's the first time that I did a tall display, right? And I do have, as you can see, there's a stick. Let me just set this here. Oh, it's a good way to do it. If I put something behind this, you'll be able to see it. There we go. Yeah, so like basically suspend the model straight out, or straight out this way, right? With maybe a painting on the back, maybe a plaque or something, so that it could look like a hunting trophy. I don't know. You can also run fiber optic and illuminate the inside of the ship. Oh, absolutely. Whatever this base is that's holding up the models if any models are lit, I'll definitely run power to them. So yeah. Is that a smaller version of that model, or was it really that small? No, this is absolutely a smaller version of this model. Federation Models had this for a while. They ran this under their Alliance brand, and they did, I think JT Graphics did all the decals for it. He was doing the decals for everything. It's a cute little kit. I absolutely adore that they did this. I think I got this. I used to work Tracy's table, Federation Models table. So I would go to Wonderfest, spend the weekend basically helping sling models for him, help set up, break down, that sort of thing. Because he had a big... Tracy would show up and take over like 7 or 8 tables. It was crazy. And good for him. He'd sell a ton. So I got this... Yeah, I got this one. I would basically work for resin, right? Which isn't a bad way to go, really, when you think about it. Yeah, I really wish I could get the... Oh, I know how I can get those lights going. Oh, yes. Hang on. All right. Yeah, here's my plan for a short live stream is absolutely not working. Where are the bundles of... Oh, it's right there. Cool. There we go. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. Hold on. I just do that. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That's how that works. Hold on. Oh, it's way too bright. If I'm not careful, I'll probably just absolutely destroy my, stand it upright. Don't put it in. Yeah, there. Bring it back here. Bring it there. There we go. It's kind of like that. Yeah. So kind of fun with little fiber optic stars. Yeah. Ta-da! Whoa! Ah! Get rid of that. Wes says, I still have the original glow-in-the-dark version of the ship somewhere in my garage. Yeah, I finally found some versions of it. Oh my gosh. So I still have one too. I had 2 of these growing up. And what's really annoying to me is that I threw them both out. I absolutely threw them out. It was, God, that was stupid. What was I thinking? Uh, you're cleaning out your old bedroom at the parents' house years ago, and I'm like, I'm never going to want these again. Lies. Lies, I tell you. Absolute lies. I wanted them again. So they did re-release this model a number of years ago. I'll turn it to a way you can actually kind of see it. Actually, here, let's see what happens when I... Boop, there we go. Hello. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus! Focus! Really? Focus? Bums. I tell ya. Yeah, this is a neat model. I liked having the small one. Yep, the little front end thing is not really attached. So, funny story about this kit. After I'd thrown out the two that I'd owned, which was really sad, I actually contacted the AMT Erdl Corporation. I found the person to talk to. I think she was a product manager of some kind, product release manager. This is before Round 2 bought them. And I asked them if they still had the molds for this kit. But having it coming out of the canvas would eliminate the holding stick. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would probably... instead of a canvas, Jean-Marc, I would probably do like a wood panel that was, treated for a painting. So that way... Because really canvases are... You could, it would have to come out, around the canvas instead of straight through it. I mean, I guess I could figure that out. But if you puncture a canvas... You do kind of... It's problematic. Let me put it that way. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I want to do the backgrounds, Jean-Marc. I might want to do something different with just kind of what they're up against, right? I'm not sure. I haven't settled on it yet. Does it have a shuttle bay and that little G-force looking shuttle? This one? No, this one's all solid resin, unfortunately. There were no small shuttles with this one. But I actually, weirdly enough, even though I threw out a couple of my old kits, I managed to keep the shuttles. I don't know why. So I've got 3 or 4 of the shuttles. At some point, I do actually have to finish that model too. So that'll be fun. I did keep it. Anyway, so Round 2 never could find the molds for this kit, and they told me that they probably had been destroyed. I didn't believe that because they literally owned a aircraft hangar that was filled with old molds going back to the 1950s, thousands upon thousands of plastic model kit molds of all types, and they weren't well marked. They were so poorly marked that when Round 2 bought AMT Erdl, they went in, and I think they're the first 5 or 10 years they were opening up molds to find out what the F they actually had. And as it turns out, this was one of them. So they did re-release the kit. Not this particular one, but the bigger one. I think I know where the model is. Maybe I'll try to bring it out one of the next times. But that was my favorite part of the glow-in-the-dark ship. It had a little shuttle bay and little things. It turns out this ship was designed by Matt Jeffries, who did do the design work on Star Trek. It was designed for a different TV show. I think the show is called War of the Worlds, but it had nothing really to do with the George Pal or H.G. Wells War of the Worlds. It was like another Star Trek, basically. Yes, wood, that would be better. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, too. I think I would do some kind of a wood panel, and I might even do a shared background, if that makes any sense. So kind of like my sign behind me back here, I might do something that big and just have 5 or 6 mounting points on it for different ships. But it's also weird because all of my models are different sizes. I mean, I might have something like this next to one of these, right? So it might be nice to be able to have different levels to attach them to. Yeah. Anyhow, so I'm not going away. If anything, you're going to probably be seeing a lot more of me. especially on YouTube. I will keep up with the live stream. I might just change the scheduling. I know we lost Mysterious Mr. E because I think I moved it back to Wednesdays, and he had family events going on. That was tricky. So I kind of feel bad that I lost people by moving around as much as I did. Sorry, it's cold. I get brain freeze. I just use alcohol markers. The fumes. Right? Exactly. So anyhow, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for showing up here. I appreciate your feedback so much. I really do. And I'm sorry I've been kind of gone dark over the holidays. I'll be kicking it up a little bit. If you do have any thoughts or suggestions on this, please feel free to share them either in the comments here or on Discord. Send me a note, what have you. I'm looking at breaking things out a little bit more. And the one thing I will promise all of you is that when we get to hundreds and thousands of people watching this, I will remember all of you because you were here early and first. Oh, if I could only have that kind of a problem, right? How many subscribers does it actually take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Right. All right, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for showing up here tonight and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Sorry about the crazy drawing. If you missed it, here we go. My attempt at drawing a non-Star Trek ship. I ended up turning it into a 5-cent ride at a Fred Meyer store, or Meyer's Thrifty Acres store. But coming up soon, we're going to be having how to draw Star Trek spaceships. Yay! I'm unforgettable. You are unforgettable, Rhonda. Never forget. Never forget. Never surrender. All right, everyone. I'm going to ring you out. Everybody have a good week. Stay safe, especially you, Wes and Krista. Anyone else in California, stay safe and stay warm. And we will catch you all next week. And I'm going to ring us out with our end titles. I'm utterly out of forget. No, you're not. Not at all. Have fun, everyone. Thanks again. Cheers.
All right, so I've taken my white paint with my little fan brush here, and let's just see how crazy this goes. This is where I throw paint everywhere. that just kind of gives it an air of legitimacy that it doesn't deserve. You know?
I have Bob Ross the shit out of this painting.